The Story of Josanna. By Eric Hua. Chapter 17, Awaken. Josanna slowly opened her eyes to find that she was no longer in the forest. She was in a bit of a daze, but she could still see what was in her surroundings. This place she was in looked very peaceful and tranquil. The floor was clear like water and there was nothing around for miles. It then came back to her mind that the last thing she was doing was battling against Judas and Jezebel. She looked around and couldn't see them anywhere, but she was more worried about Josanna and Claire Anne. The next thing she examined were the wounds she suffered during the battle, and for some reason, they were gone.
Am I?
She was trying to identify what was going on until she received a smack behind her head.
"No, you nitwit! You aren't done for yet!"
shouted a familiar voice. Josanna held the back of her head to reduce the pain, but when she heard that voice, she had to turn around to check to see if her ears weren't deceiving her.
It can't be! Esther!
She quickly ran into her arms and gave her the biggest hug.
You are really here!
Tears flooded her face.
Yeah, I miss you too.
There's so much I need to tell you.
I know, but sadly, we don't have much time.
What? Why? I don't understand.
What's happening now is an extremely rare occurrence. Something like this can only happen when someone is on the verge of the end, but still clinging on to the last little bit of light.
Huh?
Simply put, if you stay here too long, you can't go back to your world.
Oh, I guess I really messed up, huh?
Yeah, you messed up big time.
Josanna was caught a little off guard by Esther's comment. She was hoping she would be a bit more encouraging, but at the same time, she needed to hear the truth.
I guess this is it.
What are you talking about?
Even if I go back now, there is nothing I can do. I don't stand a chance against those two. Esther, please tell me what to do. I have nothing left and my parents are still out there. There must be something you can do.
Esther didn't reply, leaving Josanna to sit down and continue to sob. After gathering her thoughts for a moment, Esther moved closer to Josanna and sat down next to her.
Do you really have nothing left?
Josanna stopped her tears and looked up at Esther.
I never told you this before, but that night I found you in the forest. You were being pursued by a terrifying creature. I managed to ward it off momentarily to grab you away, but it eventually caught up to me and had me trapped. My weapons were broken and I was out of ideas. I really thought that would be the end that day. But as I hung onto your tiny infant body, an immense amount of light energy came upon you and you unleashed it against the beast approaching us. After that, the creature disappeared, never to be found again.
As Esther finished her story, a mystical door was beginning to appear not too far away from them. Josanna wondered what the significance of the door meant, but Esther knew right away it was a sign to let her know her time with Josanna was nearly over.
Josanna, my time here is coming to an end, but before I go, let me share these final words. Because of you, I was given another chance to enjoy my life in Haven. For that I am grateful.
You are funny, Esther. Saying thank you to me when you are the one who has taken care of me my entire life.
Call it even.
You got it.
The door was now fully manifested and opening. Esther stood up and started to make her way towards it.
Esther, wait! I still don't know what to do!
You beat a terrifying monster when you were only an infant. I'm sure you will find a way to take on these two bozos.
Her words brought a smile back into Josanna's face.
Besides, you were born for such a time as this.
She then enters through the door and shortly after, Josanna disappears from the tranquil realm.